What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video of reviewing, unboxing, and teching. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of reviewing of the Apple Watch Series 7. I did an unboxing of this device about 2 weeks ago. If you haven't already, I'd go ahead and check that out first. Otherwise, let's jump right in. Alright, so first off, I've been using my Apple Watch for about 2 weeks now, and I honestly can't believe that I was considering using my Series 3 for a whole nother year. I'm absolutely in love with this watch. I legit do not take it off unless it's for a quick charge with the new faster charging, when I'm in the shower, or maybe a quick bite to eat. I want to talk about features on this watch that I use for day-to-day use. I work as FedEx, a delivery driver, so this watch really comes in handy at times. So we'll start off with messaging. With a bigger screen this year, Apple managed to bring a new feature to messaging. That is a full-size keyboard. Now I know what you're thinking, a full-size keyboard on a device this small can't seem very useful, but somehow Apple managed to be Apple and make this keyboard actually quite useful. I wouldn't say I have huge fingers, but they're big compared to this little screen, and somehow they managed to get the keyboard to understand what you're typing. I rarely have any typing errors when I'm using just my fingers. And they also bought swipe to type. Just like on the iPhone, you can swipe between the letters to pick out the words that you want to type. And it actually works very well, it's very useful, and it's nice to have a quick little swipe and you're on your way. I personally use the talk to text feature still the most, since I'm mostly using this while I am driving, so it keeps me hands-free and the phone away. As a delivery driver, I do anywhere between 100 and 190 stops per day. That's up to 100 and 190 different houses. I run up and down each and every one of those driveways, and that is where activity comes in. Every day I challenge myself to complete all 3 of my activity rings, and it seems that that job has gotten a little bit harder with the new updated watch. Over my previous Series 3, activity seems different. And I don't mean different as in the app itself has changed. I mean, there's been updates along the way, but that's beside the fact. I mean different as in the sensors on this watch are probably much better than the sensors that were on my Series 3. When I had my Series 3, I had no problems closing all 3 rings every day and going way above and beyond. And now that I have my Series 7, I still manage to close my stand ring every day, the 12 hours of standing it recommends. But as far as the exercise and the move rings, I noticed those are a lot more challenging for me to actually complete, as where before it was a breeze, it was nothing. And now I find myself actually having to push myself harder and forcing myself to want to meet these goals, and it's actually a lot tougher than it used to be. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I just believe they upgraded the sensors to give you more accurate reading instead of some false negatives of driving or bumping your wrist against something as exercising. Now that they're more accurate, it forces you to try a little harder. Now, I've been using the sleep tracking feature with this watch, and something I really enjoy is checking over the data the next morning to see what it provides me with. And something pretty cool I thought was respiratory rate. Respiratory rate is the watch actually tracks how many breaths you take per minute while you're sleeping. Also, since I now wear this watch when I go to sleep, something else that is useful is the alarm on this. Instead of using the alarm on my phone, which is loud and obnoxious and suddenly wakes you up out of a possible deep sleep or pisses off your partner, now the alarm is actually a haptic feedback or a haptic pulse on your wrist that starts out light and slightly gets harder and harder or vibrates more and more to slowly, gently wake you up out of your sleep, which I've found, and there's been studies about it too, that it actually kind of makes you feel a little less groggy in the morning. Those are just some of the features that I use from day to day, mostly while I'm working and also while I'm sleeping. But now let's move on to what's better about this watch. First, obviously the screen. It's more durable, it's bigger, and it's brighter. The display is thicker, which actually gives the display more durability. The screen is actually 20% bigger than a previous Series 6 model, which is due to the bezel size and the fact that the display actually curves around the edge a little bit. The curved glass actually transitions into the body so smooth and seamlessly that it feels like one solid piece. The always on display is something that I have grown to appreciate very much, and also having a 70% brighter always on display makes things a whole lot easier to take a quick glance and not having to really look at it. It's really just a glance and you can see everything. It's very bright, it's very noticeable. It's something that I find very useful. Coming from a Series 3 to a Series 7, you get a whole bunch of new customizable watch faces, and those watch faces allow you to customize them more to your personal preferences. Now, with all these great features, there has to be some sort of flaw, right? Well, honestly, my biggest complaint personally is battery life. Battery life on the Series 3, I would tend to end my days going to bed between 40 and 50%. I could probably go 2 days on it, but I charged up every night just in case. The Series 7, now just getting home from work, I'm finding myself anywhere between 30 and 20%. But I guess the difference is I wear the Series 7 to bed, so I charge it up while I'm eating dinner or while I'm taking a shower with the new quick charging, and that gets you back up to 100% before I fall asleep. But now I guess I am wearing it all night and all day, so I guess technically I'm getting more use out of the battery, but overall I just really want to see 2 solid days out of these watches. I don't think that's too much to ask for. Now, something I didn't get this year is the cellular model. I told myself I'm not going to get the cellular model unless we get the redesign. We didn't get the redesign, so I'm going to wait 1 more year because I know I'm going to upgrade when we get the new square body, and then I'll buy the cellular model and I'll have that watch probably for the next 3 years or longer. These watches last forever, and I personally don't really see reasons to upgrade year to year. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep the extra $100 or so and wait 1 more year and get the perfect watch. Overall, I'm completely satisfied with this purchase. It has really become a part of my day-to-day life and even my nighttime sleep. I really think it is a very well-rounded watch, and whether or not you guys should upgrade from the current model that you're wearing, that is completely up to you. I'd say if you're coming from a Series 3, personally, I think it's an amazing upgrade. If you're coming from a 4, 5, or 6, you gotta tell yourself, do you think it's worth it, or should you wait 1 more year and get a whole new look? Now, if you're in the Apple ecosystem but do not have a watch, I highly recommend getting one, as there's just so many uses for it that there's no reason not to have one. Alright guys, well that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you watching this video. Go ahead and do me a huge favor. Comment, like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at RUTeching, and tell your friends. Share it on social media, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Go ahead and let's get those subscribers going. Alright, well, until next time.